Welcome to Lutron's How-To series. In this segment, we'll show you how to install a multi-location dimmer and accessory dimmers. If you have a single light fixture that you can control with 2 or more switches, you'll be able to dim your lights from every location. You'll need a multi-location dimmer for one location and a multi-location accessory dimmer for each additional location. It's important to note that you should use only one multi-location dimmer for dimming to work properly. To install your dimmers, you'll need the mounting hardware and wire connectors that came with your dimmers, as well as a Phillips head screwdriver and a roll of electrical tape to tag wires. You may also need a flathead screwdriver to remove your existing switches, as well as wire cutters, wire strippers, and pliers. If your dimmer came with a wall plate attached to it, carefully remove the wall plate by grasping the top and pulling it forward. If you purchased your wall plate separately, carefully pull the front and back pieces of the wall plate apart. A trick you might find useful is to attach the back piece, called the wall plate adapter, to your dimmer before installing it. This helps ensure a straight, clean installation, but you can also attach the wall plate adapter after installing your dimmer. Before you begin, turn your power off at the breaker. Test the switches you'll be removing to make sure the power is cut off before continuing. Start in a location where you'll be installing a 3-way dimmer and make sure you have your roll of electrical tape handy. Remove the screws mounting your existing wall plate and switch and carefully pull the switch away from the wall. Take note of the number of screws on the switch. You should have 3 screws, plus a 4th ground screw or wire. You might find a bundle of white wires in the back of the wall box. You won't be using these wires, so you can leave them in place. You will also find 3 wires from your wall box, each connected to a screw on your switch. One of the wires is connected to a screw of a different color or is labeled common. This screw isn't green, so be sure you don't confuse it with your ground wire. Tag this wire with a piece of electrical tape to identify it when wiring. You'll also need to tag this wire when removing the switch for your accessory dimmer. To install your 3-way dimmer, connect the green ground wire on the dimmer to the bare copper or green ground wire in the wall box. Make sure you don't leave any bare wire exposed. If there is bare wire exposed, unscrew the wire connector and remove the wires, trim the ends of the wires with wire cutters, and then recap the wires. Connect the tagged common wire to the black screw terminal on your dimmer, securing it in place with a screwdriver, and remove the tape from the wire. Then connect one of the remaining wires to the brass screw terminal on the dimmer. Finally, remove the yellow tag from the blue screw and connect the remaining wire removed from the switch. Note the wire color to the blue screw terminal. Then, use your Phillips head screwdriver to mount your dimmer to the wall with the provided screws. If you didn't attach your wall plate adapter before installation, place it over the dimmer using the provided screws, making sure that it's level before securing it. Then, snap the front of the wall plate into place. If you're using your original wall plate, put it back on the way you took it off. Now you're ready to install your accessory dimmer. Again, connect the green ground wire on the dimmer to the bare copper or green ground wire in the wall box. Make sure you don't leave any bare wire exposed. If there is bare wire exposed, unscrew the wire connector and remove the wires, trim the ends of the wires with wire cutters, and then recap the wires. Connect the tagged wire removed from the switch to the black screw terminal on the dimmer. Remove the yellow tag from the blue screw. Then connect the same color wire connected to the blue screw terminal on the main dimmer to the blue screw terminal on the companion dimmer. Finally, connect the remaining wire to the brass screw terminal on the dimmer. Once you have mounted your dimmers to the wall and attached your wall plate, you can restore power to the breaker. You now have the ability to dim your lights from either location. Remember, if you have any questions about installing your dimmer, please call Lutron's technical support at 1-800-523-9466. Technical support staff are available to help you with any installation question 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.